Good afternoon. It is that time of day again. Tuesday, June 22nd, the second day of Amazon Prime Day 2021. Thanks for joining us today. There is Todd and James and Matthew. You guys have been keeping the chat going and keeping the discussions up. Appreciate everyone being here early today. It was really fun to see that going on. And appreciate everyone being here yesterday. Ham Radio 2.0, one-off live stream for Amazon Prime Day number 2, day number 2. Prime Day was yesterday and today. Had a really fun time yesterday live streaming. That was pretty fun to see everyone come out for just an unscheduled time. Well, it was scheduled, but it was like not a regularly scheduled thing for the live stream yesterday. And it looks like there's quite a few of you out there today as well. So thank you for being here for the second day. Let me know in the chat what items you found yesterday on Amazon Prime Day that you're like, wow, that's a cool thing. Because Jarrett's in there. Spend my money. Every time I put up a Friday shopping video, I do Friday shopping videos almost every week. And every time I put one, there's 2 or 3 guys that come by. Okay, Jason, where are you going to spend my money today? I was like, dude, I'm not forcing you to spend your money. I'm just showing you where the deals are. It's up to you to buy the stuff. Oh, that's a good deal. So, Andy Cowley was first in the chat. I think he kind of disappeared. Todd WH6DWF was up there early. So aloha and mahalo from Todd. Levi's in there. Matthew's in there. Appreciate you guys being here. Casey's in there. Ted. Looks like T.O.'s in there. What's up, Steve? Jarrett, thanks for being here today. Ron. Mike McDonald. Clint, KF0CRF. Thank you for being here today. So one thing I will mention, and this is a shout out to all of you guys, all of you watchers here. This is how cool the amateur radio community is. Seriously, I'm being totally serious when I say this. Oh, there's Evan. What's up, Evan? Thanks for being here today. Shooter 59 N5SKT, and you accused me of causing you to spend $2,000. Don. That's arriving tomorrow. Yeah, and it is your fault. It is your fault, man. Come on. I can't pass up a good deal, but. Here's a shout out to the amateur radio community. Here's how awesome you guys are. Seriously, okay? So after my stream yesterday, during my stream yesterday, I mentioned that Steve Goodgame, K5ATA, I'd reached out to him because I thought, I'm seeing some deals on some Bofang radios. I'm going to call them Bofangs in this episode, so just deal with it. So I'm seeing some deals on some Bofang radios, some Waxon or Ocean radios, if you want to call it that. Some different types of radios on Amazon. And so I reached out to Steve because he's a high school teacher. I keep saying high school teacher. I don't think he's actually a high school teacher. He is a teacher that teaches students ham radio in his classroom. Okay. So, and if you want to see his channel, hopefully you guys follow him. He does Wednesday live streams most every week. So this is what he's doing. So I reached out to him. I'm like, dude, so how many radios how many kids did you have pass their technician license this last semester? Because school just ended. And how many of them need radios? And he said 18 of them still need radios. 18 of them, I forget, more than that passed, and a few of them got radios. And he said 18 of them still need radios. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see what we can do about that. So I appealed to you guys yesterday in the chat, and a couple of you responded in the chat, said, oh, yeah, I can get something for him. Oh, yeah, cool. I had at least 4, maybe 5 people yesterday after the live stream was over come by. You guys emailed me. One guy emailed me and commented on the video. I had a couple of video comments, a couple of emails. One guy sent me a Discord message, I think, and many people said, how can we contribute to the 18 radios that Steve needs? So I said, well, K5ATA, good on QRZ. And, you can buy it on Amazon using the Prime Deal days, or you can just, if you have a Bofang that's, in good working, don't send them something that's missing a battery or an antenna. But, if you have one that's in good working condition, do it that way. But several of you came by and said, so how many of the 18 have you filled? I'll fill the rest. And I'm like, I don't know, because so many of you have come by and said, one guy said, hey, I have $100 to spend. Who should I send it to? And I'm like, go buy $100 worth of radios and send it to K5ATA. He's good on QRZ. And he's like, okay, we'll do. Thanks. So I assume that's probably like 4, maybe 5 of those Fang packages. Fang. I'm going to call them Fangs. Fang Gang. FENGGANG. That's a ham radio crash course thing, I think. So Fang Gang. That's what we're calling them for now. Because every time I say Bofang, somebody says, that's not how you pronounce it. So it's just a Fang. It's a Fang. Fang. So several people came by and said, okay, we're going to send some stuff to Steve. And I talked to Steve on Discord last night. He's like, yeah, 2 or 3 people have reached out to me already. He's like, so I'm expecting some packages. This is going to be cool. He goes, thanks a lot. I was like, you bet. This is how awesome the amateur radio community is. This is how awesome you guys are. I haven't even bought. I was gonna buy a couple myself and send them to Steve. I haven't even done that yet. And I think there's been enough people stepped up to where those 18 are going to be covered. He also told me that this next semester, I guess starting in August, September, whenever they start, he's going to have 20 more students come through his course. Now, that doesn't mean they'll all guaranteed to pass the course, but I think his success rate's pretty high. It's somewhere in the high 90s, mid to high 90s, I believe. So he's like, he's going to have 20 more, a need for 20 more radios this fall. So he needs 18 radios now for those kids right now. We're going to call them Padawans. I don't have to worry about that on my channel. But if he gets more, maybe he can just hang on to them and divvy them out to the next semester worth of students that come through and have some stuff to hand out at that point in time. So thank you to you guys, the amateur radio community. You guys are all awesome. So y'all are talking about that Jackery 500. That thing's cool. I did look at that. I did not buy that, but I thought about it. I thought really, really hard about that. Tio says, I was looking for LifePo 4 batteries today. Yeah, I featured a couple of those yesterday, but they were name brands I didn't recognize. Don't know. Maybe I'll try them out. Chuck's in the house. What's up, KK6USI? Thanks for being here, bud. Appreciate you guys being here this afternoon. So, let's go over here to the infamous. Is that it? No. This is it. The infamous Amazon store link. Now, once again, just so I don't get in trouble with the affiliate gods out there, I can earn commissions from qualified purchases on my Amazon store if you click on my link and buy stuff from my store. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's something on my store or you just start a session. That's just kind of how Amazon works. I'll post that in the chat right now. I will pin that to the top of the playlist. Nope, that's wrong. If you don't want to do that for whatever reason, just go to Amazon.com, click on the search field at the top, choose Prime Day, which is the second option down underneath all, and search for it whatever you want to. Okay. Having the playlist or having items purchased from my store does help promote the channel. So I uploaded my first video to Amazon a couple days. It took like 2 days to get approved. This is just a little short about the MyAddy LFP 6 amp hour battery. And I guess it's showing up now because it just kind of showed up here late last night. So I don't know if, I wonder if that's actually, oh, okay. Well, okay. That's battery, MyAddy. You know where there is a MyAddy? Let's see. 6 amp hour. No, that's not it. That's it. Well, it's not the same configuration. Nope. That's not the same one. Okay. So I don't know what that one. I'm curious about where that actually goes, because I'm going to show you the coolest thing I found. Looking for options for a battery, and I picked right this one here. So I'm wondering if you can see my video from the main page. It's probably in here. It's probably just buried in here somewhere because no, 2 pages. Okay, so it's not on there yet. So maybe it'll be on there soon. I don't know. Chuck, KK6USI, he bought one of the USY, KK6USY, sorry, Chuck. He bought one of these big sucker MyAddy batteries. 65, 85 amp hour, something in the big mothers. And I think he did a video on it, so you can go see that on his channel. But I think he likes it pretty much. I think he still likes it. I believe he still likes it. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, Chuck. If you had problems with that big Myaddy that you bought. Curious about that. Oklahoma Ham Radio in the house. Thanks for being here, Dave. Kevin, KC3000 is in the house. Thanks for being here today. So here's the coolest thing I found. So, okay, well, first of all, let me say this. Okay, so I've still got the playlist here. I've still got the Prime 2020, Prime Day 2021 for ham radio operators, this subsection of the store here. And I put a few more things in it. This thing right here, Amazon Basics 14-inch tablet bag black, that is the most purchased thing on from my store yesterday. So I guess a lot of you went into the store, you're looking around at batteries, you're looking around at ham radio stuff, and you're like, oh, there's a laptop bag, click. Okay, cool. So because Amazon, it doesn't tell me who bought what, but it'll tell me, here's all the things that were purchased on your store yesterday or last week or last month. You can kind of search a date range on that, and you can kind of see, you can't say who, again, I can't tell what you bought or what Steve bought or what Chuck bought or anything like that. But I'm like, okay, so a lot of people bought that. That was the top purchased thing yesterday. The second thing that was purchased, well, let's see, was this keyboard right here. And in fact, it's not even on. It doesn't even have the Amazon Prime Day deal on here anymore. Okay, this is advertising a Prime Day deal for a 4-in-1 USB-C hub Type-C. Okay, whatever. So this keyboard right here with the mouse, I guess, looks like it's a wired keyboard with the mouse. $15, free shipping, free returns, 14,470 views, or ratings, I should say. That's the second most purchased item on my store yesterday. So I just threw those in there just to say, that's what you guys are buying. I don't know. This is the coolest thing that I found today. Let's refresh that. Here. This right here. This is a really good price, guys. The Aliens HD1. This was one of, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Aliens, right? This was one of the first dual band DMR HTs where you could easily program from the front panel, which had an actual VFO mode where you could go to 144.000 and just turn the knob and just VFO through that used to not be a thing in DMR radios. It's pretty common now. The Anytones have it. I don't think any of the TYTs have it, but a lot of different radios have a real VFO where you can even scan through the VFO. This was one of the first ones to have an actual VFO where you could program everything from the front panel. This radio holds 200,000 contacts, which right now will still hold the whole database. Fixing to cross that number if we haven't done it yet. We might have done it yesterday. But this radio is generally $199.99 and it's $40 off today. That is a really good price. It is sitting right there in the store. Copy that there, put that in the chat. And I know a couple of guys with that radio that really like it. I've got one that's right there. I did a review on it when it was new and haven't really touched it since then. Not because I don't like it, but just because it was, I've just had other things to do. I need to do a follow-up on that. I like to do follow-ups on radios after I've debuted them and then, had it for a few months. Maybe carry it around a few times, see what I think about it, using it in a real-world environment. So that is, but that radio was real popular when it was new, and it's still popular. It's still popular now. I mean, like I said, I know a lot of guys who still carry that radio and really, really like it. Okay, Chuck, that was a 36 amp hour battery. I was thinking it was bigger than that. But are you still happy with it, Chuck? Are you still happy with that 36 amp hour Myaddy? Wondering about that. I bought one of those keyboards for my 15-year-old son, Todd says. Well, there you go. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate that. I find humor in that. K8MRD finds weird items in his Amazon purchase list. It's a good thing that Amazon doesn't tell us who's buying what. They just tell us what was bought. Okay, Garrett, any recommendations for a solar generator? Yeah, so we looked at those yesterday. Turn that off. Prime Day. Let's see if there's anything out there today. Solar generator. I like the BioWinnows, but the BioWinnows are not on Prime Day deal. So if you want a BioWinnows makes some of the best stuff out there. Maybe not the best, but definitely in the top 10%, I would think. If you're looking for something on a actual Prime Day deal, this Jackery brand These get really good reviews. They're solar panels, they're solar generators. We were talking about a generator yesterday. It might not be here any. 300 watt. Nope. So let's go back to my store here. This is the one I added yesterday, which was right. Where'd it go? I'm totally missing it. Well, maybe it dropped off and it's not on anymore, because I swear I added one in here yesterday. So there was a Jackery solar generator that we were looking at yesterday. So there's one right there. That's a 300. It doesn't look like it's on prime sale. Not right now anyway. There's a 1000 with 200 watt solar panels. We looked at that yesterday. It was about $14.99. It wasn't on Prime Day yesterday. But the Jackery 1000, a couple of the guys in chat yesterday were talking about that they had purchased a Jackery 1000. It's right at $1,000, and it's got some cool ports on it. It's got power poles on the front of it, so you can't beat a solar generator with power poles on it, man. I don't even think the BioEnos have that. So it's got that really cool display on it right there. It's got 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports. One is a quick charge 3.0. It's got, of course, a cigarette lighter adapter that's 10 amps, and it's got a pure sine wave 110 volt 1000 watt inverter in it. So that's a pretty cool device. It's $1,000. So it really kind of depends on what you want to spend. But if you want quality, if you want something that's going to last, if you want something that's going to perform, that Jackery brand, everything I've read about those are really good. Another one is this Blue Eddy. If I'm saying that right, this is a 2,000 watt right here. Whew. 2,000 watt hour solar generator, 700 watt max solar input backup battery with 6. Let me look at the ports on that a little bit closer. DC output again. I wonder what's behind that. If they don't have a picture of what's behind these flaps right here, like where it says that one on the far left that says DC output 12 volt 25 amps. I don't know what kind of plug that is. Maybe it's power poles. I don't know. But it's got the round modular cigarette lighter power adapter for a vehicle type thing. It's got a 12 volt 3 amp underneath that, a PD 60 watt to the right, a USB 5 volt 3 amp and 2 USB 5 volt 3 amps to the right of that, and then it's got 6 120 volt, 2,000 watt. This 2,000 watts probably the total of all 6 of them, I would guess. They're probably not 2,000 watts each, because it's 2,000 watt solar generator. So that one's pretty cool too. Of course, that one's $1,600. So again, really depends on what you want to buy. The BioEno BPP 160, I did a review on a while back. I have not seen any BioEno products on Amazon Prime Day as of yet, but I don't know. I mean, it might be out there. No. I'm live streaming about Prime. Thanks. She didn't know I was live streaming. That's all right. So, but it's the Jackery and that Blue Eddy brand seem to be quite popular on Amazon. They seem to get good reviews. Put a comment in the chat if you guys have used either one of those. I'm not experienced with either one of those brands. I'm just reading reviews on Amazon, seeing what it is. All right, let me Joe Ash, $2 super chat. Thank you for being here today, Joe. Appreciate the support. Let's see. Yeah, see, even Don says Jackery or Blue Eddy. Non-ham radio question. Best barbecue in your area? I'll be in Flower Mound this weekend. Oh. Honestly, my favorite place in that area is a little bit of a drive, not too far. There's a place in Grapevine, and they have a second location in Trophy Club called Meat You Anywhere. Meat like MEAT, like barbecue meat. Meat You Anywhere. Best brisket around here. Best brisket. A good solid second choice is Heart 8 Barbecue. They're pretty good as well. They got a wide variety of stuff. Frank will tell you that Heart 8's not as good. For their brisket, Meat You Anywhere is better. But Frank's kind of weird of stuff like that, so I don't know. Bushmills Black Bush. What is that? Yeah, Oklahoma Ham Radio. Show up at Frank's house. That's actually, yeah. He'll be cooking some barbecue this weekend for field day. So that'll be fun. But anyway, so, okay, let's go back over here. So these, let's see, Prime Day, and I'm just going to say ham radio. I found a couple. This is how I found the HD1 earlier. So this Radioddity GS5B Bluetooth programming handheld, I spoke about this yesterday. It's right here. I've done a video about this radio, about this HT. The great thing about this HT is that it is micro USB chargeable. So if you're going to take it out for a camping trip or somewhere where you're going to be off grid, maybe hiking up a mountain, if you're going to be doing soda or just going on a hiking trip or whatever, and you don't want to carry around like a proprietary charger for the FT3D or for something like that, this is great because it'll charge from basically the same type of cable that most phones will. It is micro USB, not USB-C, so you just need an extra cable, but you can plug it into the same power source. You can program it from the front panel, or you can program it from a Bluetooth app on your Android phone that just, you type everything in the app, you hit send, and it sends it over to the radio. Then you can back it up on the app too. So that kind of thing. So great little HT for that. It's got a nice screen on it. It's got a really good sounding internal speaker. So when you're listening to audio coming at you, it sounds really good. I've been pretty impressed with that. I've done a couple of videos on that radio. So here's your UV5R dual band with a 2100 milliamp hour battery for $23. It's about a $6 savings, they say. These TID radios are really just fangs that are under a different name, kind of the same thing. There's that same radio again. This the one I saw yesterday that I thought was good. Well, this one right here is a UV5R 8-watt model. So $38 for that one. Again, I just searched for ham radio. So search terms on Amazon are not they're very kind of loose with their terms on a lot of things. So here's some Redivis RB25 walkie-talkies for adults long range. Okay, so not kids. You kids can't use these. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Amazon, that's fine with me. Whatever you want to say. Actually, they don't come up with the titles of whoever's listed down there comes up with the titles. Okay, whatever. Anyway, this here's okay. So let's go back over here. I did want to show you guys this because where is my link here? There it is. This right here. This is cool. This is a camoed, basically a copy of the Abri. This Tway Erdio. So this is two-way radio with the first O and the second A taken out. I don't know. I have no idea. But I thought that was neat because I was like, heck, that's camo. I got to have that for a hunting lease. That's camo. What I'd really like to do is grab that and put it on an antenna analyzer, see what it actually is tuned at, what it's actually resonant at, if it's resonant at anything at all. Says that it's for 144 and 430, 136 to 174, and 400 to 470. Max virtual SWR is less than 1.5. Gain is 2.15. Okay, all right. I just thought it was cool because it's camo. So this right here. Yeah, this right here. This authentic, genuine Nagoya NA771 15.6-inch whip dual band antenna for with this one has SMA female on it. On a normal day, if I look at my Amazon store and see what was purchased, kind of this week or this last month, this one's like always in the top 5. You guys buy a lot of these things through my Amazon store. So you can see I bought one in September of 2016. So I've had actually a couple of those. This one's actually a B-Tech. Here's something we can search for. B-Tech. B-Tech. Boom. And yeah, see, it brings up Redivis. There's Baofeng. Redivis. HYS gooseneck antenna. This is a Bree tactical type antenna. Portable FRS radios. Nothing really B-Tech. What is this toy? Oh, V-Tech. The toys in V-Tech. I don't know. So it's that Baofeng Tech has a really good DMR 6x2. This is a really good HT. There it is right there. So it's not on Prime Day special. It's $239.89, free returns, 401 ratings, 4.7 out of 5 stars. That's a great radio. That's a great dual band radio. It's very similar to the Anytone, few kind of minor differences, but dual battery kit comes with a 3100 amp hour and a 2100 milliamp hour battery, 3100 milliamp hour battery, I should say. So good radio are for that. Dawn, the mirror kits are good radios, right? Yeah, the mirror kits that they put together are usually Baofangs with accessories. They've been pretty decent from the one or two that I've had have been pretty decent. Chuck, Jackeries are supposed to be one of the best. Yeah, that's what I thought, Chuck. Thank you for confirming that. Appreciate that. Let's see. Scrolling up through. Travis is in the chat. Frank is weird. That's like the most correct thing you've ever said, Travis. It takes one to know one, buddy. I'm just saying. Travis is a good friend of mine. A real one only does 144. A real one what, Todd? I've talked about several things. Let's see. Have the kids that Good Game teaches been pumped yet this stream? I ordered a radio straight to Steve yesterday for his Padawan. So view at your own risk. That's a cool name. Yeah, I spoke about that at the beginning. So basically, I'll reiterate what I said earlier. After my stream yesterday, I had several people reach out to me. This is how awesome the ham radio community is. I had several people reach out to me and say, how can we contribute to the Padawans who need radios? And I just said, go buy what you want to and send it straight to Steve Good Game. He's good on QRZ, K5ATA, Kilo 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. And, follow up with hit him up in Discord, send him an email, whatever. And I just basically send everyone to Steve. I suspect that we've covered that 18, but again, he's going to have 20 more students come through his class this fall. So if he gets more than 18 radios now, he'll just hang on to them and hand them out to the new students who get licensed next semester. So yes, thank you for asking about that. I think we have it covered, but check with him. Send K5ATA an email, send him a Discord message, ask him if he's covered. Hey, of course, if you guys ordered packages yesterday, they haven't got to him yet. It's probably going to take a couple days. So maybe by this time next week, he'll know if those are going to be, if he's had enough to cover that. And I told him I would buy a couple for him as well. But I don't know. I don't know if he's. I think you guys have stepped up so awesomely that I'm probably not going to have to buy any. I probably will anyway. But I think that most everything's been covered. So we'll see. I've never had good luck with any BTEC products. That's surprising. I've got the BTEC 6x2. I've got the BTEC 5x3 and the 50x3, and I'm happy with all of those radios. In fact, I think the BTEC, who's a company out of South Dakota, I think it's South Dakota, not North Dakota. They're an American, they're a U.S. company who imports these radios and stress tests them and puts their name on them. And if you ever have need support, you call South Dakota instead of calling overseas. So they're pretty. They've always been very responsive to questions I've sent them. So I'm surprised to hear that you've not had good luck with them. Okay, so yeah, so the tactical antenna needs to be tri-band. You are correct on that. Any 2-meter 440 mobile radios? Let's look. Boom. So this Redavis RT98 is like a monoband 2-meter only radio. So, and it's actually kind of small. You can kind of see how small it is right there. I found this yesterday. I was like, I didn't know what that was, so I went back and looked. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that model number, but that's what that is. I couldn't really find any dual band mobile radios on here yesterday at all, and it really doesn't look like there's much on here today. Not as far as Prime Day goes. Okay, we're just really looking at Prime Day stuff today. Yeah, not really. Oh, that's kind of neat. UV82 2 dual PTT speaker microphone. Okay. There's that. This looked like a decent antenna here. This Baofeng mirror kit antenna. This one of these little stubby that I think are very flexible. Yeah, they're really flexible antennas. So you could, if you have your radio on your belt and you kind of bend over and it gets pushed over. I've bent a few standard stock antennas that are more rigid than that. So those might be. I would like to grab one of those, put them on an analyzer, see what it looks like. Honestly, boom. There's that. So I'm not seeing anything in the way of dual band mobile radios, unfortunately, not on Prime Day anyway. Plenty of HTs. There's GMRS right there, obviously. Plenty of HTs, dual band, GMRS, FRS HTs, MERS radios. Not really seeing anything in the dual band mobile genre, unfortunately. Go back here to the chat. Oh, the GMRS V1 is very solid. Yeah, I agree with that, Ranger. The BTEC GMRS V1. Any 50-watt GMRS mobiles, Don asks. Let me look at that. Kyle, I got tired of waiting and ordered an Anytone just before the new one was announced. Yeah, so Anytone's dropped a new mobile DMR radio. I did a really short video about it that will post on Thursday. Long story short, the Anytone mobile DMR radio is my favorite DMR radio. That's my favorite mobile DMR radio that's out right now. Okay. The updates made to this one, I would have liked to have seen more updates to it. It has some cool new features on it. Okay. It still does everything that it did before, plus it's added some stuff. I would have liked to see a true tri-band. Honestly, I'd like to see a true tri-band. Instead of just a 5 watts on 220, I would have liked to see at least 20, maybe 25 watts on 220 for a true tri-band radio. That's really my biggest disappointment. The other stuff that adds is actually pretty cool. They added aircraft band AM receive, true analog APRS, both transmit and receive, like the new HT has. So that's really neat. I'm gonna have to do some testing on that. So let's see. Vertical wind turbines. Okay. Somebody asked, Don asked about 50-watt GMRS mobiles. Let's look at that. GMRS mobile radio. There. Switch that here. Go there. Radioddity, DB20G mobile radio for car vehicle, 20 watt. I'm not familiar with that specific. I think that one's fairly new, if I'm not mistaken. If I was going to if you wanted something that was like true 50 watts on GMRS, I think I would probably look for a Midland. I'm not seeing anything for Prime Day here, Don. I'm sure they're all over Amazon. I know that Midland is sold on Amazon. There's Midland 40 watt. That looks like a TYT, doesn't it? There's a Midland Micro Mobile 15 watt. The so the BTEC GMRS 50x1 is a 50 watt GMRS radio. That's pretty cool. But Midlands are made in the USA. I believe that's still true. They used to be made in the USA. I'm pretty sure they're still made in the USA. They're a solid company. Midland, wish they made ham radios. They don't, but they do make GMRS radios, so they're a solid choice for a GMRS radio, in my opinion. So, let's see. Any Prime Day mobile antennas and mounts? I have not seen I haven't seen any of those yet, no. Let's see. Travis, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. What is the model number of the new Anytone mobile? It's called a D578 UV3 Plus instead of a D578 UV3 Pro, which is the older model. It's called a UV3 Plus. So, in fact, I have a link for it. Let me find that link for it real quick. I go here. Where did I go? Okay, here we go. Just 1 second. I'll go find that link for you guys, and I'll share it in the chat. We can share it in... Nope, that's not right. I can show you... when I first found it a couple of days ago, it was only on the PowerWorks website. But now now Bridgecom has it linked. I like dealing with Bridgecom. They're supportive of the channel. They do a lot of really good tutorial videos for the Anytone line. If you click on that link I just shared in the chat, it'll take you to the Bridgecom page. They just posted it like late last night. So I posted my video and I sent them an email. I said, hey, I've got this, heard about this new model. He's like, oh yeah, we're just posting that tonight. I'm like, cool, okay, sweet. So let's see. Maxon makes some solid DMR rigs. Maxon. I don't know that I'm familiar with Maxon DMR. No. Okay, let's just look there. Not familiar with those. If they're like a Motorola competitor or a commercial brand radio, that might be what that is. I'm not familiar with Maxon brand radios. Midland made solid public safety radios back in the day. Yeah. I wonder how many suffixes Anytone is going to go through before they start changing model numbers. That's a good question. That's a real good question. Let's see. Bridgecom answers the phone too. Well, that's always a good thing. Yeah. They're I bought the new HT and I bought it from them. And when I heard about the new HT, I emailed them. I said, I want one of your first run. And they're like, okay. So they emailed me when it was ready, and I bought it. I paid full retail price for it, $299. I said, I don't care. I'll buy it retail. They didn't offer it at a discount, but I didn't ask for it either. I was like, just send it to me. In fact, this is it right here. I was like, just send it to me because I want to review this radio immediately when I get it. So when I got it, I put it together. Everything was working fine, and I had some not issues, but I was trying to get my code plug from my old radio to my new radio, and I'm like, it's giving me this error. So I called them up, got their tech support, and they're like, oh, do this. Okay, done. So really good experience with, and they didn't know who I was. I just called them and said, hey, I bought this radio from you. I got this question about the code plug. I'm like, okay. So, and I asked him, he fixed it for me, and good. I've got a video recorded about that I hadn't posted yet, but it's been, I had a really good experience with them. Alenco DR MD500T. Yes, that's a new, Gigaparts is sending me one of those to review. I have to send it back to them, which is fine. So I'll be reviewing that, reviewing the new Alenco mobile DMR radio very soon. Probably next week. Maxon and Bridgecom, I think, are sister companies, but it overlap in their product. I'll have to check on that. I've not heard of Maxon. That doesn't mean anything. I just haven't heard of them. So, don't know. Very cool. Announcing this is a joke. This is Babylon Bee talk here. Announcing the new Anytone AT-D578 HMUG-X3 Mega Plus. That's good. I like that. You should make a meme out of that. That's real good. So anyway, that's kind of that. Oh, something else I mentioned yesterday. People are always asking me which book they should get. These W5YI books are the ones that are used in the classes that I have posted on my channel. This yellow one's the technician book. This blue one is the general book. This red one in the middle is the ARRL version of the technician, and the one on the far left here is a fairly new one from Ham Radio Prep that you can buy. And these are the same prices. They're all about the same, $25 or so for the. Well, actually, the ARRL one's a little bit more, $25 to $30 for all these books. And you get, if you buy the Ham Radio Prep book, you get their app for free, free access to online course, it says on the front of the book. I'm giving away 10 of those books. Well, they're giving away through my channel 10 of those books. You sign up for that in the Discord. Go to my Discord server, scroll up to the giveaways channel at the top, and click on the icon for a book giveaway. So they're gonna drop ship 10 of those technician class license manuals to 10 winners that I choose, and to get licensed and get books to Ham Radio Prep, or get books from Ham Radio Prep. I've got one. It looks really good. The font is kind of, it's larger on the page, which I guess for some of you guys who need glasses, that's a good thing. Oh gosh. But let me switch over here. I think it just makes the page look cleaner. Whether it's, there's just less stuff on the page. So, kind of like that. It's just easier to read. But I mean, it looks like a very, very well put together book. It's about 300 pages. It's got 3 practice exams and 10 quizzes. Quizzes at the end of sections, I assume. But 3 practice exams. So pretty good book for somebody studying to get their license. So I'd say that's good. Okay, what else? Let's see if we want to do... I'm going to look at 1 or 2 more things and maybe shut it down a little bit earlier today than we did yesterday. Kyle as a question. So, hey, James Jenner, $3.99. When are you posting the extra class? Great question. So I had to get through all the editing of the ham size stuff, which I'm completed with now, and I'm following back up on the extra class, which was like about 35 or so hours of recordings. So it's taken me a while to get through them. I really wanted to have them up by now, and I have not. I have failed myself in getting those done. So now that I'm through with Hamsci, the editing of the Hamsci videos, that's my next task. The next task I'm focusing on is to get those done ASAP. So Chuck says Gordo's are good. Yeah, Gordo's W5YI books are those are some of the best that I've used, honestly. No more study book, AJ says. I assume you're an extra. Yeah, wish I was. I got to edit the extra class. Maybe I can learn enough to get my extra license. It's all good. It's all good. Let me see. Pull this up again. That. All right, y'all were asking about the Anytone radio, so let's just go ahead and show it. I shared this link in the chat a second ago. This is the new Anytone APRS receive, which the last one would transmit and not receive. Airband receive and AM. 500,000 user contactless display, which is good. That's more than twice the capacity of the current one. Of the current data of the worldwide database, I should say. So this one right here was, yeah. So they say that these are in stock right now, which is good. So I'll be interested. I'll probably pick one of these up. I may ask them if I could borrow one. I don't know. I may pick one of these up. We'll see. Because I want to do some APRS testing with it. I've done a little bit of APRS testing with my HT, and so far so good. But it would be more beneficial on a mobile radio if it was on an external antenna and higher output power. So 200,000 digital contacts. That's old. That's an old pick, guys. Maybe they mean 200. Maybe that means 200,000 talk groups. No, I don't know. I think that pick must be old. Anyway, okay, that's it right there. So share the link in the chat. And we'll go back over there. Right there. But that is the new mobile DMR radio from Anytone, which is being carried by PowerWorks and Bridgecom, and that's all I'm aware of right now. I'm sure everybody who's got Anytone products will probably have it soon. RNL has been pretty big on the Anytone products, so I'm sure they'll have it pretty soon as well. So, brand new ham. Got my technician a week ago today. KJ7ZHI. Congratulations, James. Thanks for being here. Love your channel. Learning so much more through your channel than any other channel out there. Keep up the great content. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's why we do what we do. We love to do that kind of stuff. Love hearing about new people getting licensed and getting on the air and getting... So hopefully you do a field day this weekend, man. Hopefully you got a club close to you that'll let you do some field day stuff with them, see what it's all about. Be a fun time. So I do have a field day section in here as well, right there. Field day 2021. I added some stuff in here a couple weeks ago. I haven't had anything the last couple days. I've been focused on Prime Day. This is that Bioenno charge controller. I've got 2 of these. These are really cool. I think that's that's Bioenno. So mine looks a little bit different than that, but it's good charge controller. It's got those mounting screws on all 4 corners of it to mount it to a battery box or back of your truck if you want to keep it in the back of a vehicle or something like that. So it's a decent. This no, not that one. No, Prime Day deal. Okay, here's one. LifePo 4 batteries. Roy Poi. Yeah, we looked at this one yesterday, I think. 12 volt, 12 amp hour, $63 for a 12 amp hour Deep Cycle LifePo 4 battery. Somebody came along and said Roy Pois are like a cheap Chinese knockoff of something else. I don't know. Somebody just mentioned that in the chat yesterday. I've never used this brand, not familiar with it. Looks like it's only got 72 ratings, and it's got 4.1 out of 5 stars with 72 ratings, so maybe it's kind of new. Be interested to see. Those MyAddy batteries are not really high dollar, commercial grade batteries, and I've had very good luck with the one MyAddy battery that I've had. So, just because it's a cheap battery doesn't mean that it won't work for you. It's not going to last a lifetime like a Bioenno will, but, it might last you a few years, and maybe that's all you're looking for right now. So it really kind of depends, I think. Let's see. 60-watt eco-worthy solar panel for $85 with a charge controller on it. 60-watt eco-worthy solar panel. I have a 60-watt Bioenno solar panel. Right there. That's what you're talking about. Yep. Oh, I like yeah. That looks a lot like, well, no. Yeah, that looks a lot like the fold-up Bioenno 60-watt that I have. Does it come with that charge controller? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, they've got a 120-watt. That one's on sale, too. Prime Day special. That's a 4-panel for $151. Put that up there. 120-watt 2-pack. That one's not on Prime Day special. 60-watt. Let's put the 60-watt up there as well. Save 20%. $85 for a 60-watt solar panel is not bad. And that 60-watt Bioenno I have, if you put it in direct sunlight, wow, it brings in quite a few amps and volts both. You can watch it on the solar charge controller. You can watch all the power it's bringing in from the sun, and then of course the charge controller regulates the speed and level at which it charges the battery, so it doesn't mess up your battery. That's the purpose of a charge controller. But eco-worthy. So this one right here, 379 ratings, 4.3 out of 5 stars. Okay. Cool. Cool. Thanks for sharing that. Might be a cool item. Yes, comes with the controller. Okay, yeah, it looks like it does. One of the guys at our last ham club had a 2-watt 440 rig that was tiny. I don't recall the brand or model. Yeah, there's a few of those out there. Hey, Roger. KE4BFG, thanks for being here today, buddy. And let's see. That's good there. I'm surprised there are so many novices left. Yeah, people love doing CW, and they just keep renewing their license. They don't care about sideband. So that's all cool. It's all good. That's what you want to do. For $5 more than $75, you can get the Radiodity GS5B. Jason seems to like it. I just ordered 2 based on his recommendation. Hey, Brian, let me know what you think about that. Yeah, I really do like that radio. It's right. No, where'd it go? Right here. This guy right here. I really do like it. It's got a big belt clip on it, too. So it's not one of those little cheesehead belt clips that feels like it's going to break when you... Yeah, it's dead. I haven't charged it in a while. But it's got it's pretty good. It's got a really bright flashlight on it. So I'm always laughing at radios with flashlights on them. I mean, most of them have them nowadays, or most of the Chinese ones do anyway. But I like that. I like that little radio. It's been good for where it is. Radioddity GD73A DMR analog two-way radio. Yeah, that's a little the GD73 weight gain. No, that's not what I wanted. Here we go, right here. It was not on Prime Day special, but this is the one you're talking about. I've got one of those somewhere. So, here it is. I haven't charged this thing up in probably a year, but I did a review of this radio on the channel. I mean, this is another one that's micro USB chargeable, micro USB port in the charge. So something like this would be awesome to put in your car and just like stick it in the glove box or stick it in the door compartment or something and just leave it there. And when you're out and about and you need a radio, I mean, and say you're going somewhere and you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't bring my radio with me. Plug this into your car, charge it up and micro USB through the cigarette lighter adapter, and you've got it. And it's always there. So might be kind of a neat thing to do. I mean, you could do the same thing with this guy, but obviously this one's a little bit bigger. So this one's not DMR. This one's DMR. It'll do analog also, but this one's analog only. So it just kind of depends on what you want. But that one's still compact. So if you're looking for something like that, it's a good little radio. Radioddity store on Amazon. Let's see. It's not telling me from the store what items may or... Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so Prime Day deals of the GS5B, the GA510, 10-watt dual-band handheld. Those are decent. Long-range walkie-talkies for adults. FRS, rechargeable FRS, Prime Day deal, the Ratty NW3 emergency weather radio, $27. That's not bad. I spoke about these yesterday. If I want one of these, a lot of these don't have single sideband. They claim they have shortwave receive, but if you look, it's only AM receive on shortwave. So if you want one that you can actually receive amateur radio activity, you need one that receives single sideband. And generally speaking, you're probably going to pay closer to $100 for one like that. Again, totally depends on what you want to do, what you're trying to listen to wherever you're going. Can you post a link for your Discord? Yes, I can. Post a link for my Discord. I'll do you one better than that. If we go to hamradio2.com, I've got a newly updated website, okay? And right here at the top is a link for the last link right there is for Discord. Link to my YouTube channel, link to merch products. Here's a fairly new page that I was working on the other day. Shared this on the Friday video. I think I did. These are affiliate links that I can make commissions from, but they're also discounts. Some of them are discounts, some of them are affiliates. So there's a mix of all things. So at Better Safe Radio, these are the two radios I've reviewed, the UV9G and the UV9 Papa. You can get 7% off of anything on the website with the code of HR2all7. Okay, there's some stuff from Bridgecom. I need to put the new mobile radio in there. Buy two-way radios, there's a bunch of stuff in there. Gigaparts, these, if you click on these links from Gigaparts, it takes you to a 5% off code page that is for my subscribers for their carbon fiber and fiberglass masts and tripods. So, but you can get all that from this page. I'll be adding to this page. My Radioddity coupon there, you can get $15 off of a 65 or more purchase on radioddity.com by clicking on that and using that code. That code changes once a day or once a week or something like that. So I'll be adding more. This is very brand new page I just put up. I'll be adding more stuff there. But the Discord link you were asking for is right there at the very top. hamradio2.com/Discord used to work. I think that link, I kept getting errors on that saying it's redirected too many times. Discord was freaking out about it, so I created a new link for it. That one right there on this website should work. Boom, boom. Go here. Hey, Rolly. Good day, mate, from across the pond. Thanks for being here, buddy. VK Radio Ham, thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys joining us today. I don't know, do you guys have Amazon Prime Day over in New Zealand? VK Australia, VK Ham, Radio Ham Australia. Do you guys have Amazon Prime Day over there? I don't know. Sean, not on Amazon, but anyone know where I can get some good QSL cards? I have used in the past, the last place I used to get mine was cheapqsl.com. You can get their base packages are thinner cardstock than normal. They're still good. I just got the base package and I'm happy with them. But you can pay to have a little bit heavier duty cardstock, so it's more like a traditional QSL card, which you're looking at. But cheapqsl.com is what that. There's a lot of good places out there. That's the last one that I used, and I was happy with them. So, VK Radio Ham, you have Prime Day over there. Cool. I wasn't sure. Yeah, see, everybody's answering about QSL cards. There's a lot of places get good QSL cards. So, okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Been going about an hour. Thank you very much for being here today. I think I have a playlist. T.O. and let's see, somebody else. Let me find that freaking thing. There we go. Don't always do a lot of stuff on Tuesdays, but we are doing it today. So We Build, We Learn has a show starting in about 45 minutes. And then Chuck, Ham Radio Dude, T.O., Kyle, and Ham Radio Clubhouse, which is usually on Tuesday. Ham Radio Clubhouse, great group of guys. Been on their channel a couple times. Really fun to be on there with Shane and Izzo and Steve and a couple of the other guys that are on there. So, but they have their show tonight, and right there is a playlist for the Tuesday night stuff for that's going on tonight. So, looks like they getting started on digital modes from We Build, We Learn. Chuck's doing a Ham Radio Outlet Sacramento first. Hey, that ought to be fun. Ham Radio Outlet. He went out down to the new Sacramento store, Ham Radio Outlet. That ought to be fun. I'm going to Ham Radio Outlet on Monday. So, you can see some of that on this channel as well. So that'll be fun. That'll be a fun stream, Chuck. I have to leave the house before that, but I'm going to catch you on the replay. So T.O. has How to Build a QCX Mini Part 8. Wow, it's taking 8 parts to build that thing. I haven't even started on mine, so I shouldn't tease you, but I will. But yeah, so anyway, that's the playlist for tonight. You guys go check that out. And anybody who is interested in donating to the Good Game Ham Radio Padawan Radio effort, I'll say effort. Not sure what his status is right now. Yesterday he was needing 18 radios, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, we had a lot of people step up yesterday during the stream and after the stream that hit me up on Discord and sent me emails. We might have it covered. We might not have it covered. But even if we do have it covered, he said he was going to be training 20 more students this coming fall. So radios don't expire. If he gets 20 or 25 radios today, he fills the 18 that are needed, he'll have overstock for the new licensed hams that come up next semester. So hit up Steve Goodgame, K5ATA, via email. He's good on QRZ. Hit him up on Discord. He's got his own Discord server. He's in my Discord server. Hit him up on Discord, something like that, if you are interested in contributing to the cause of newly licensed, younger than high school aged hams. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what grade he teaches right now, but in fact, it might be multiple grades in his ham radio class. I don't even know. I should find that out, but I don't know yet. So 73 to all. Thank you very much for joining Amazon Prime Day. Hopefully you guys got some good deals. I was kind of hoping to see more deals today, or a bigger variety of deals today than I saw yesterday, and it was kind of just the same stuff. Well, there were a few things that dropped off and maybe some small things that were added, but as far as the fangs go and the solar power stuff went, I didn't really see a huge change. Some change in antennas, some change in GMRS radios, but I don't know. It is what it is, but still some good deals out there. I did order 2 or 3 things myself yesterday, so we're going to be getting those, reviewing them on the channel and talking about them in a few weeks when that is FEP Labs. Oh, you're talking to Coco Chuglin. Okay. So, anyway, when are you going to do Parachute Mobile? I don't know. Get me to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I might do Parachute Mobile. It's not that far off. Not that far off. So, 73 to all. Thanks for being here today. Go check out the playlist tonight that I linked in the chat. Everyone have a good afternoon. And, I almost forgot. Tomorrow, lunchtime live stream tomorrow. Where is my channel? Lunchtime live stream tomorrow. I will be welcoming John Crook from Yezu onto the channel. And, that's the wrong. Right there. Right there. So that link is already up on the channel. That's what it looks like. I have to switch the screen for you guys to actually see that. There's what it looks like right there. So lunchtime live stream at noon tomorrow. John will be coming on the channel. We're going to talk about Yezu because that's the radio I'm going to be using at Field Day this weekend. Is the new Yezu FTDX10. I've been really happy with that radio. Really happy with that model of HF radio. So I've invited John on. He was gracious enough to come on to the YouTubers Hamfest. He was on Chuck's channel. That interview is still out there. You guys can go watch that. But some really cool stuff, cool efforts from Yezu with the FTDX10. And I don't think they have anything new slated right now that hadn't come out yet. But I don't know. A lot of times they don't like to talk about new stuff that might be coming, which is cool. That's cool, no problem. But we're going to talk about the FTDX10 and a couple other things tomorrow. So 73 to all. Thanks for joining us today. Please catch us on the noon lunchtime live stream tomorrow, and we will catch you. We hopefully see you then.